This story is based on real-life events that left a community shaken and terrified. In Johannesburg's Ennerdale area, a series of murders began to unfold, seemingly random, brutal, and without clear motive. People were afraid to leave their homes, unsure if the next victim could be someone they knew or even themselves. But when the man behind it all was finally caught, the truth was more disturbing than anyone could have imagined. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss stories like this, true, shocking, and straight from Mzansi. The terror in Ennerdale began quietly. At first, the crimes didn't appear connected. A woman was found strangled near a vacant lot. Then a few weeks later, a man was discovered beaten to death in his own home. The victims had no clear link to each other, different backgrounds, different ages, even different parts of the neighborhood. But what they did share was how quickly and violently their lives were taken. As the bodies began to add up, panic set in. Families were locking their doors earlier, churches were holding vigils, and the community WhatsApp groups were flooded with warnings and unverified sightings. The police issued statements urging residents to stay alert, but behind the scenes, they were struggling. There was no clear pattern, no immediate suspect, and the fear was spreading faster than the investigation. The turning point came when a teenage boy managed to escape an attack and ran straight to a nearby petrol station for help. He was bleeding, shaken, and terrified, but he gave the police the break they needed, a physical description of the attacker and the direction he'd run. Within 48 hours, a man was arrested just a few blocks away from one of the crime scenes. His name was not unfamiliar to some in the area. A former resident, he had lived in Ennerdale years ago but had since disappeared from public view. When investigators searched the small room he was renting, what they found painted a horrifying picture. Clothing that matched descriptions from other attacks. A notebook filled with scribbled thoughts, violent, paranoid, and obsessive. And items that appeared to belong to some of the victims. But it wasn't just the evidence that shocked people, it was the motive. The suspect reportedly told police that he believed he was cleansing at the area of evil spirits. That these people were marked and needed to be removed. Whether it was delusion, deep mental illness, or something darker, no one could say for sure. Psychologists were brought in, and the court would later hear testimony about his unstable mental state. But for the families who had lost loved ones, it didn't matter. The pain was the same. In total, the man was linked to at least 6 murders, though some believed the number could be higher. Not all of the cases were officially connected, but the community felt the impact as if each one was personal. The trial took months, and when the verdict finally came, multiple life sentences, there was relief, but not peace. How could there be peace when so much had been lost without warning? Today, the streets of Ennerdale are quieter. The fear has faded, but the scars remain. People still speak in hushed tones about the days when a killer walked among them unnoticed. And they still ask why no one saw the signs, why it took so long to stop him, and whether something like this could ever happen again. Thank you for watching. If this story gave you chills the way it did for so many in Ennerdale, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another story from Mzansi's dark side. See you next time.